Okay.
Okay, so, well, okay, so we have this grammar. Okay, so the last grammar that we have, it is superlative. Superlatives, adjectives, right? So, okay, we're gonna see this grammar. I will show you my screen. I don't know if you remember comparatives, Lucas.
Yes.
Yes, right? So it's kind of similar. We're gonna remember a little bit. Okay, so for example, this. Um, when we talk about superlatives, we are talking about not compare, but we're gonna talk about a group of people who we are gonna choose one of them in order to talk about that person. Okay, so one person maybe could be better than in a group, or maybe can be the worst, okay, or something like that, but only one person among a lot of people. So in superlatives, we don't only need two people. We could talk about a group of people.
Okay.
Okay, so in this grammar, the same as comparatives, we have to remember a little bit about adjectives. When we talk about adjectives, we talk about adjectives of one syllable, okay, of one syllable. So what do we say about this? That if we talk about short adjectives that they have one syllable, for example, hot, big, right, tall, what do we have to do? We have to add est to the adjective, right, in order
Okay.
to be superlative. But what is the most important word for superlatives? The most important word is going to be the, always the, and after we could put the superlative. So first here, the, and the adjective, adding est. Okay? For example, one syllable adjective like okay, tall. Tall, one adjective. I can add est, tallest. Okay, so the superlative way, it's gonna be the tallest. But what happened with two syllables? Two syllables or more. In this case, the thing that we have to do is to add the most and after the adjective. Example, we could say okay, the most intelligent. Okay, intelligent has more than two syllables. Intelligent, four syllables, right?
Okay.
Third thing, the third step for adjectives that we have, it is when the adjective, for example, has two syllables, but the adjective ends, okay, this adjective ends in Y. So when the adjective ends in Y, okay, what do we have to do? We have to change the Y by E-I-E-S-T. Always. For example, mm, we could say happy. Okay, the happiest. Okay, so happy ends in Y. Happy has two syllables. So always all the adjective that ends in Y, not only two syllables, it could be more, or it could be only one syllable. But all the adjectives that end in Y, okay, so here we put adjectives ending in Y, always we change by I-E-S-T, okay? So happy, happiest. For example, easy, easiest, okay? And finally, we have the irregular adjectives. So what is when we talk about irregular adjectives? It's when we, for example, we have to change the adjective, all the letters. For example, good, it's not gonna be the goodest, all right? So the correct superlative is the best. If we talk about bad, it's gonna be the worst. If we talk about, I don't know, far, we are using the farthest. Okay, so these are the irregular adjectives when all the adjective changes. Okay,
Okay.
so this is the rule of the adjectives, the same way as the comparatives. The only thing in comparatives is when we talk about two people and we don't add est, we add er, right? We don't you must, we add more. So that is the different thing. But now we have to remember too that the same as the comparatives, we use the same structure. For example, we are gonna use the subject that we are gonna pick up from all the group. So the verb to be, after verb to be, always the important word, the, and after the superlative. And finally, we have to put, I don't know, the complement, maybe in the group, at home, in the class, for example, okay? So the complement is the rest of the people. So we could say, for example, I don't know, she is the, I don't know, she is the tallest of her group. Okay, so she is the tallest of her group. The subject, verb to be, the superlative tallest with est, and the rest of her group. Okay, the rest of it. So this is for affirmative. What happens if we want to make for negative? We could use the same, but the only thing that we have to do is to add not, right? So maybe could you give me an example?
Sorry.
Don't worry.
Example for
Negative.
the negative. Wait a minute. Quiero estornudar, pero no puedo.
Lucas. Don't
Okay.
tell me that you are getting cold.
Yes.
Come
Oh,
on. Okay.
So first the adjective, right?
Yes.
So maybe bi- bigger. Bigger is like two syllables, right?
No, big. The adjective is big. Bigger is the comparative, right? So the adjective is big. So what do we have to do in order to be superlative? Lucas.
Oh, I was muted. I don't know
Oh,
how.
okay, don't worry. Okay, so big has only one syllable.
Biggest, right?
Exactly. So this is the adjective in superlative.
So biggest, be not, could be.
Yeah, but we have to start with a subject.
So eh, Mateo,
Okay.
be not the biggest.
No. B, we have
So
to use
not,
the conjugation. Is,
not,
right? Is not, okay.
not the biggest from,
Okay.
from the soccer team.
Okay. Soccer, from the soccer team. Okay, great. Okay, great. What about questions?
About questions. Is Laura the I don't know, the tallest?
Okay, let's use an adjective of two or more syllables.
Okay, so it could be maybe creative.
Okay, so in
So
this case,
creative, it's gonna be creative, right?
yeah, but the superlative,
Uh, Superlative, creativest.
no, the most, because we're talking about two or more syllables, right?
Okay.
Most creative,
Hmm, of the family.
okay, of the family. Okay, perfect. So when we use questions, we always could answer with yes and the verb to be. Yes, she is. Or maybe no, she isn't. Okay. So as we are using verb to be in questions, we could use the verb to be for answer. Okay?
Okay.
Perfect. So I don't know if you have some question about this grammar.
No, all good.
Okay, perfect. Never forget the uses of the adjectives, okay?
Okay.
Great. So now here, for example, in the platform, we will see some examples like short adjectives, one syllable. In this one, for example, we could answer with the superlative, the brightest, the hardest, the smallest, the nicest, the biggest, the crisis, right? So irregular superlatives, never forget. Good, the best, bad, the worst, okay? For adjectives that are longer, two or more syllables, always the most. The most popular, okay,
Okay.
because popular has two syllables, popular or three syllables. The opposite, when we don't use most, we could use the least dependable. This is the opposite of most. El más, el menos. Okay, so
Okay.
we could use both. The least. Okay,
Okay.
great. So now let's go to the platform and let's do the exercises. Okay?
Can you see my screen?
Yes. Yes.
Or okay. I need a very smart recorder. This is the smallest recorder with how much is it? The most expensive. What's so expensive? Your cat spent about this is the best recorder for the price. The sound is very clear. It doesn't have a clear sound, but it's good enough for most of users. My recorder was expensive, not bad, but it wasn't the cheapest one. That should have fired me from this story. That won't have fees. Very what if you get this story, okay, I'm gonna save.
Okay.
Submit. Okay, so
Okay.
here is
Why?
just
Because
two
you are
syllables. What?
yes, but remember that when we use y in the ending of the adjective, always with only IEST. So if
Okay.
you use IEST, it's not necessary to use must.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, so now
Yeah.
there.
Because usually that big, this big at soccer games, not really. This is the biggest crowd I ever seen at a game. What's wrong with you? Have you had a bad day? But this has been the worst day. Like, Nick is a good announcer. She has a nice job. A job. No one is as nice. John. He is the best guy I know. Can you handle an important story like this? So here, what can I put? Can you handle an important story like this? It is.
Always see the first sentence that you have and what is the verb that you have there. So what is the thing that we're talking about?
Handle.
No, no, no.
Important.
Important story like this, yes.
So it is an important one.
No, the most important one, because we're talking about the story.
I know I can get this story. I'm a good researcher. You're not just good planner. You are the best. This is the so here. It is the biggest. Could be Lore.
No, no, it's not. It's not the biggest. Because in the answer you are talking about, it isn't usually this quiet. So the adjective that you have there, it's quiet, right?
So here the quiet. It has three syllables, right?
No, quiet has only one.
One. So
Quiet.
quiet.
Quiet, EST. Okay.
Would this ticket?
Quiet, EST. One more T. Yes.
These tickets to the soccer game are not really that expensive. I bought the most expensive tickets they have. Checkers. Right?
The because I wrote okay.
If it's good,
In this case, you have to put the opposite, right? So if it's not the most, the least, because we have to use the same adjective.
the least,
Yes, the opposite of most. Expensive.
I have to leave very early tomorrow for a meeting. According to schedule. So here, the
Which is the adjective that you are using?
early, right?
Yes.
So the leaves. Okay, I'm gonna say
Okay.
so these two.
Uh, and both, no. In number 6, you have a, a mistake that is repeated two
With
words.
this the
They, right? They is repeated. So in the other, the adjective that we are using is not best.
good.
No, no, no. So you always have to realize in the last sentence, because in the last sentence is the question. Is she as nice as John? No one is as nice as John. He's the nicest guy I know.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, great, perfect. Now it's okay. So with this grammar, we finish all this unit and
Okay.
all the model
Sí.
C. Okay, so now I am assigning you the test, the
Okay.
quizzes, okay? Don't forget,
To do it.
Lucas, that you have to finish until tomorrow at night, okay?
Yes.
Yes, so this test, it's the same until tomorrow night, but what I am telling you right now. Okay, so it's done. But tomorrow we will start with the first, well, to the next book. Okay, so maybe today you are going to receive like another PDF with another user and password to create the other book. Okay, and the other book it's the last, the advanced book. So we are going to start tomorrow like a review about
Okay.
all the grammars. Okay,
Okay.
so for tomorrow only let's study that. Okay.
Okay, Lord.
Okay, Lucas, so okay, today we will finish here, and don't forget please to do the tests. Okay,
Okay.
great.
Okay, Lord. So see you tomorrow.
Yes, yes, tomorrow. And if you, no, tomorrow is Wednesday. Yes, I think that you're gonna finish. If not, tomorrow we're gonna see if it's necessary one more day. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Lucas. So see you tomorrow. Take care a lot. Okay, and bye bye.
Bye, guys.